Okay, all right, we're all back. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for what I presume are your very insightful, positive and hopeful and helpful suggestions. Would anyone, we've got 5 minutes, which gives us about three or 4 minutes of sharing. Any of the facilitators hear some brilliant content that they'd like to share with the main room?
Yeah, look, I probably did very quickly. Mark was in our room, and just at the very end there, we were having a quick chat about the role that organisational psychologists can play in the land of television and radio when commenting on back to work and remote work situations.
Okay.
And that this is not a clinical psychologist issue, that we should have work psychologists talking about return to work issues in the public media forums, particularly at television. And I think that was a good point.
Yeah, no, that's good. What we heard in ours is that we really do need to step up in terms of differentiate and selling ourselves in the marketplace. And there's a real opportunity with COVID and a whole bunch of other scientists, practitioners providing evidence-based advice for us to jump on that trend. So I thought that was a great suggestion. Any other
yeah, David,
great ideas? Matt?
I had a couple in my group that were really great. So first of all, there was a comment that that we've got a lot on the plate, that the agenda is pretty full, so we didn't want to kind of poke too many holes in it. Another comment that the need to differentiate between RSOD, LMD, etc., is very real. But then a third comment also that was a nice counterpoint and overlap with that, which was to say that we in all of the areas where we were seeking to reach out and embrace and kind of strategically partner, it didn't seem to refer to HR or RE. So this notion that we need to differentiate is great, but also the notion that they're a stakeholder and someone to be embraced as all was also kind of hinted. There was also some great comments around saying they're keen to see how CPD evolves over the coming week. I think that summarises us.
Grand. Any other great ideas?
Yeah, I'm happy just to share one.
Go for it.
Sorry, Tim, I'll just go quickly. One from our group was more about the linkage between the research that the academics are doing. So Tim, the group that you're with there, and the practitioners, and the idea was it'd be great to maybe get some of the academics to present to us about some of the latest research, so that we can start to really bridge that gap between the research. So I'd love to see more of that. And maybe even my suggestion to that, adding to that, and Liz, was maybe, just linking those together so that when we're using social media and LinkedIn and so forth, we've got, the latest research in bite-sized chunks that goes on LinkedIn a bit more. So a strong connection there was the idea.
Good idea.
Yeah, I'll just add to that because it came through on our group as well, but really that value of currency and having a voice more than what we currently do. I think we've all heard this before, but just being, that's got to be one of the main things that we've got to do, is be present, maybe working with the other colleges as well a bit more often as well, David.
Yeah, cool, good. And Tim, did you have
Angela and I had quite a nice discussion about, taking advantage of, the fact that we're now, basically a virtual national organisation, in terms of CPD delivery. But, when, the various lockdowns end, around the country, that we could also, take advantage of, local meeting groups as well, to be able to, as a local group, to be able to attend those national CPD events virtually together, and be able to have the same sort of local networking and social benefits.
Yeah, no, that's a great idea. I'm very much looking forward to the opportunities to go into a dark or fluorescent lit room somewhere in the city and bump shoulders with a whole bunch of my peers over some finger food and cheap wine. So on that note, I bridge to the, so first of all, thank you very much for everyone attending, and thank you for all your contributions. What we'll do is we'll compile all of these, have a bit of a look at them, and then share them back to you after we've had a chance to have a look and see what we can do about that and how it fits in with the existing strategy. Two things before we go. One is just to give you another reminder that our IO conference is coming up in July. Submissions will be opening soon, as the banner said. It's going to be a hybrid conference. We're not quite sure exactly what that means yet, but it will be a combination of live in-person action and presentations, as well as streamed content. And we're still just working out with the APS exactly what that means. And as you may well know through all your emails, the APS elections are running at the moment. So please vote for the Presidente and also for the representative on the board for non-clinical colleges. And I think it's really important for us non-clinicians to have a say on the board. So please have a look at all the candidates. I can't endorse anyone, but yeah, have a read and make your own choices. Otherwise, thank you all for coming. We really appreciate your interest and engagement. I hope you all learned something and are enthused and invigorated about the profession and the potential we have. And that's look, we will be back in touch with you soon, because as you see, we're very busy, and one way or the other, you will be hearing from us. So thank you all, and good night. Back to your families.